Hey, I'm Aaron Kemkes, and this is Retro Tetro, a polyomino tile placement and grid coverage game for 1 to 4 players. Retro Tetro has malfunctioned and is threatening the homes of all of the Meeple people. It's your job to save the video board game world from rogue polyomino buildings by diverting them carefully around the Meeple people and onto their proper places. As the hero of the digital world, use the foresight granted to you by the polyomino cards and use precision to maximize points in this retro-style puzzle game. Retro Tetro is played over a series of 24 rounds, with one polyomino card played in each one. Each card will either have A, only 2 shapes, or B, a question mark symbol with all shapes listed, which is referred to as a wild card. Players will be dealt 2 cards at the start of the game, and in turn order, they will choose one to play. This card will determine which polyomino all players must play to their arcade board. And once all players have chosen a polyomino to play, the active player will draw back up to 2 cards and play will proceed clockwise. There are 8 different shapes and 4 of each kind, giving you a finite supply of each shape. And over the course of the game, 24 cards will be revealed, rewarding strategic placement and efficient stacking as you proceed up the board. You will collect a coin every time you cover a space on the board with its matching polyomino or fill a highlighted half row completely. These coins count as victory points during endgame scoring. Sliding from the top and coming to rest on the bottom of the board or another piece, you must follow 2 main rules. 1. Like pieces cannot touch sides, but should you decide or be forced to break this rule, you will lose 2 coins. Also, any pieces you cannot play for any reason will cost you 2 coins each. 2. You cannot play any piece beneath another already placed, and this means that once a column is covered, no piece may come to rest in the rows beneath it. The game will proceed with all players taking their turns simultaneously. Every card increases the intensity of the decision making as you have many factors to consider. The more coins you collect, the more of an upper hand you will have during endgame scoring, but also, if you pick your pieces wrong, you could pay heavy penalties. And then there are the Meeple people. You've committed to saving them, but they're also worth victory points. Choose to sacrifice one for better placement and face the consequences. Each board also has an alternate version where you can collect single squares to play as an extra piece and spaces that cause you to lose a coin you have collected. This advanced mode adds to the challenge of the original game, demanding more strategy. But competing with other heroes is just the start of the adventure. In solo mode, you must take on the evil Tetro Corporation after they release Tetro Unleashed using the scrambled code from Retro Tetro. Over 12 increasingly difficult levels, the solo mode forces you to adapt your gameplay to keep going. Use it as practice for playing with friends or a new challenge. At the end of the game, players will add up all of their collected coins and gain points for all uncovered Meeple people. Then they will collect 1 point for every one of the 10 columns covered by a polyomino above the green line on the arcade board, and 2 points for every gold square covered at the top. Heroes can also score bonus points for taking advantage of the ability card they were dealt at the start of the game, and the hero with the highest score wins. Retro Tetro is a throwback to the puzzles that shaped our love of video games and board games, and a game that offers a satisfying challenge with gameplay that is simple to learn and engaging for all ages.